American football is America's favorite game, with its brutal competition and winner-takes-all gameplay. The fast-paced clash of gladiators continues to be loved throughout the USA, with every player vying to be as cutthroat as they can be. Sometimes, these pros bend or even break the rules to their advantage. In this video, we're taking a look at some of the NFL players who broke the rules. Before we jump into it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell for our newest videos.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Jordan Matthews, Philadelphia Eagles. Wide receiver Jordan Matthews, who then played for the team that drafted him, the Philadelphia Eagles, scored a game-winning touchdown against the Dallas Cowboys in November of 2015. But instead of being celebrated for the win, Matthews was fined $5,784 for throwing the football into the stands as part of his touchdown celebration. After running into the end zone to clinch the game, Matthews threw the ball into the crowd at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington. This move, according to the NFL, is a finable offense. Players are permitted to hand footballs to fans, mostly done after a touchdown and celebration. It is, however, not permitted to throw the balls for safety reasons. The NFL has stated that it worries about potential crowd control issues from balls being tossed into the stands. The fine amount of $5,787 for throwing a ball into the stands is a standard amount for a first offense, and although the NFL has been handing these fines down for years, players still routinely throw balls into the stands. Owe it to the rush of excitement worthy of celebration. A fine won't stop a player's expression of happiness. This makes quite the sense, especially if you consider the amount is just a small pinch of what these pro players make. In Jordan Matthews' case, the fine of almost $6,000 is just roughly 1% of the base salary he received that season. In fact, after the game, Matthews was asked about his throwing of the ball into the crowd, and his reaction was, quote, "Right after I did it, I was like, I hope they don't fine me," end quote. Sorry to say it, but this worry became quite a reality. Marcus Peters, Baltimore Ravens. Another example of excessive celebrations is this one from cornerback for the Baltimore Ravens, which occurred in December of 2019, when Marcus Peters took the time to celebrate breaking up a late fourth down pass from the Buffalo Bills. After essentially sealing a win for Baltimore, he hopped into the stands among his opponent's home turf and poured himself a can of beer. With the game not officially being over yet, as the clock showed 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter, the NFL took exception to Peters indulging with the fans and announced that the cornerback had been fined $14,000 for the act. The penalty fell under the specification of unsportsmanlike conduct, to which Peters seemingly celebrated on Twitter with beer toast emojis. Despite the fine, somehow the celebration continued, as beer brand Bud Light offered to donate $14,000 to a charity of Peters' choice, saying that, quote, "drinking a celebratory beer isn't a crime," end quote. Good on you, Bud Light. San Diego Chargers. A case of miscommunication, more than an actual act of breaking standard league rules, is in 2012. A whole team was sanctioned for not immediately acting on orders made by game officials. In a game against the Denver Broncos, the San Diego Chargers refused to submit their towels used in the game after game officials got suspicious that the towels were soaked in stucco. This adhesive and other sticky substances, such as glue or rosin, were used for years in the NFL to assist players in gripping the ball, but was banned in 1981 in an action known as the Lester Hayes Rule. Although it was later determined that the Chargers didn't violate any rules with their towels being cleared of any sticky substances, the team was still fined $20,000 for, quote, "attempting to conceal the use of grip-motivating sticky towels," end quote. The NFL clarified their position, saying that NFL game officials are charged with protecting the integrity and competitive fairness of the games, and those players and coaches have a clear obligation to cooperate in this effort and comply with the direction of game officials. The team failed to follow the directive of a game official to immediately surrender the towels, and this attempt to conceal the towels raised the unwanted issue, thus led the league to fine the team. Antonio Brown. Much has been said about this beleaguered wide receiver, often referred to as the NFL's most perplexing personality. Despite having quite a celebrated career, having amassed more receptions than any other player in the league from his rookie season in 2010 through 2018 when he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was when he got traded to the Oakland Raiders when his issues started to snowball. In August of 2019, Brown was disallowed from wearing the same helmet he had worn for his entire then 9-year NFL career. He had insisted on wearing the same helmet and had filed a grievance to continue wearing it despite the mandatory upgrades towards a new NFL-approved helmet, threatening to retire from football if he was forced to wear a new helmet. The National Operating Committee on Standards for Athletic Equipment even had to clarify that Brown's helmet, which had been the same helmet he had worn his entire football life, from Pee Wee football to college football all the way to the pros, wasn't actually banned by the NFL. Instead, that particular helmet used by Brown was simply too old and was therefore unsafe for use. This led to Brown deliberately missing team practice and mandatory team activities. The star receiver got fined $40,000 for unexcused absence from practice and $13,950 for skipping a walkthrough with the team, thus leading the Raiders' general manager, Mike Mayock, to fining Brown close to a total of $54,000. This led to a verbal altercation between Brown and the team's GM and further pushed the Raiders to release Brown from the team without having played a single game in the regular season. Odell Beckham Jr. Considered by many as one of the most productive and popular players in the NFL, OBJ rose among the ranks, especially after the much-commended Catch of the Year, which occurred in 2014 in a game against the Dallas Cowboys, where he made a touchdown reception with one hand as the ball was held in place using just 3 fingers. Although many speculated that a specialized glove helped OBJ control that ball, it's undeniable to say that the move was completed with incredible skill from the 2014 Offensive Rookie of the Year. This instance wasn't OBJ's only brush when it came to accessory speculation. In 2019, while playing for the Cleveland Browns, Odell Beckham Jr. was fined after failing to wear pants that covered the knee area during a game. In a game that eventually became a defeat by the Seattle Seahawks, OBJ was fined $14,037 by the NFL for a uniform violation. And remember, the NFL rules state that, quote, pants must be worn over the entire knee area. Pants shortened or rolled up to meet the stockings above the knee are prohibited, end quote. Considering that this particular instance was OBJ's 13th career fine from the league, it's easy to say that he's used to the process of going after appeals. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. In 2014, the NFL was rocked in a controversy when the much-favored New England Patriots and its then-beloved mega-superstar quarterback, Tom Brady, was involved in the allegation that they had ordered to deliberately deflate footballs used in the Patriots' victory against the Indianapolis Colts in the 2014 AFC Championship game. See, in 2006, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning were influential in a league-wide rule change that allowed each team to use their own football when running offense. Prior to that, balls were usually provided by the home team whenever the game would be played. 8 years later, during the said AFC Championship game, speculations rose that Brady and the Patriots had used this beneficial rule to their advantage when 11 of the 12 footballs were used during the game were below that standard minimum. According to the NFL, each standard game ball is supposed to be inflated to a standard range between 12.5 and 13.5 pounds per square inch, PSI. A significant underinflation of the game balls used meant the team using the deflated balls, albeit slightly, could hold an advantage, especially during a rainy game, where the ball would be hard to catch. Therefore, a deflated softer ball would be easier to secure. In the Patriots' case, it was suggested that the illegal process of lowering the inflation of game footballs was at the behest of star quarterback Tom Brady, who preferred the grip of softer balls. After the nationwide controversy, the NFL initiated an investigation that lasted almost 2 years and cost the league upwards of $22 million. Despite Brady denying any involvement and referred to the accusations as ridiculous, the controversy resulted in Brady being suspended for 4 games, while the New England Patriots were fined $1 million and forfeited 2 draft selections in 2016. The series of inquisitions led people to question whether the winning team in the NFL had done so through the years by simply cheating. And although the controversy had led to a slight tarnish to Brady and the Patriots' legacy, at the end of the 2016-2017 regular season, the team had seemingly redeemed themselves after winning yet another Super Bowl, which led to yet another question people started to ask. What was Deflategate again? So what do you think of these NFL players who broke the rules? Do you think that some of these are justifiable? We'd love to hear you in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, Comment the keyword hidden in the video and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.